What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Aliens, the RPG. Thank you for joining us this evening. We
Hello.
are going to have some fun tonight. I guess kind of a shopping episode, but with some flair. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to this amazing crew joining us tonight. Let's jump into this, shall we? Now, last episode, many moons ago, all of you were preparing to land on the mercantile planet of Psi Valorum. And this started off as just a, small colony long ago. It was one of the first ones that was set up. But it has since grown exponentially and has turned into like a small city, not quite to the level of like, New York City or something just so grandiose like that, but a small city, like, I don't know, use your imagination. That's what we're doing.
Small city.
Reno.
Reno's a good one.
I'm like, I want to throw an Australian one in there, but I don't know like what Melbourne looks like.
Define small, because to me, Melbourne's big. Like to an Australian, Melbourne would be big.
See, that's fair. That's fair. So we're talking in the realm of probably 1 million or so residents of the city.
That's a big city.
As has happened many times in the past, our good pilot Ash has sequestered himself away into the cockpit, completely sealing it off, as he does, after removing everyone from their Mary Poppins cleaning spree, cleaning blood out of the flight controls and things of that nature. He's basically been hiding out in there. He brings the ship down nice and easy onto the landing platform. Now, the atmosphere here is, it has been, I don't want to call it terraformed, but it has been adjusted to allow you to breathe without suits and things of that nature. But not quite as good as here on Earth. There's like this constant haze that kind of lingers. It rains a lot here, but not like a downpour. It's just kind of this New England / British, Scottish style, just constant drizzle.
Bullshit rain. Yeah.
And so with that, the doors open on the ship, and you all are free to come and go as you please. Taking a look outside, you can see, like I said, the low fog, the drizzle kind of hitting the windows. Massive skyscrapers, 300, 400 feet or stories into the sky, just humongous buildings. Neon lights flash all over the place, very reminiscent of another franchise of Running Blades that shares the same universe.
Okay.
This is power walking knives instead.
I think that'd be really overwhelming for Liam. Is there any pamphlet that's like a map, like the Disneyland map?
So just off at the end of the landing platform, you can see like where all the people from the ships are kind of like funneling through, kind of like a customs, except they're not really doing custom agents at all. Like, they're just like, welcome to Psi Valorum. Welcome to Psi Valorum.
Somebody took too much Napalm.
They do have like the little single person booths that say like information. A lot of people are going up there. They're speaking all forms of languages. Some that are completely unique to just space travel, like, you know, Chinese mixed with English, you know, hybrid languages, just everything. It's kind of like a bombardment of different sounds, a cacophony, if you will.
Oh wow. Okay. I think Liam will be playing tourist. So if there's like the "I love this planet" T-shirt, definitely getting that.
I'm sticking with Liam because I think I'm also a little bit overwhelmed by this place. So yeah, stick
Deacon's
with someone I
keeping his
know.
head down and looking for the closest bar.
Smart.
You're the amusement park dad.
Yeah.
I like to think Liam's wearing like a Hawaiian t-shirt with like the top 3 buttons undone, like Miami Vice style. Just-
You know, I'll go with that. This is holiday, I guess. So
there is this constant kind of droning overtone. It sounds like somebody speaking very incoherently through a loudspeaker, like a bullhorn. This kind of like always echoing going on. And of course, you see the huge neon TVs that are displaying on the sides of buildings. You know, women are dancing around. There's like a Japanese guy like carrying on holding a pack of cigarettes, and he's like smiling. So he's like, you know, just having a blast. It's your very typical melting pot, like sci-fi city. The 3 of you reach the customs area, and you can see some pretty heavily armed, I don't want to call them police. Let's say security. One is armed with like a minigun, and the other one has a high-powered Gauss rifle. And they're just like watching everyone go through. You know, you can see every now and again there's like a flash in their visor as they're like verifying identities. But it's still it. Welcome to Cybalorum. Welcome on in. Come on.
okay, so it's not like a whole TSA setup.
No.
I think Deacon said he was going for like the first bar, so Liam will like loosely be following, like getting distracted, but kind of within 20 feet or so of just being lost. Yes.
All right. So the first thing that you see is just very dirty, unkempt streets. Think like Judge Dredd, or like, you know, something of that nature, where trash is just everywhere. Smells are now coming at you from just tons of food carts. Little street vendors that have popped up. There's a few like little floating rickshaw style carts that are coming around. They've like got like noodles and stuff on them.
I'm hitting up the noodles for sure. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Noodle man.
Both Kara and Liam were so distracted. Easy targets for anybody that would be looking to sell anything.
Hmm.
Well, luckily for you, intermixed with all of this foodstuffs, there's a number of other vendors that are just kind of like yelling at the top of their lungs, like what they're selling. Like, you know, come over here. I've got military grade medical supplies on the cheap. Nobody's got to know. You know.
Hi, friend.
Does the Corporal Deacon walk over and talk to that?
Yeah. His initial plan on this is your typical like shoreman, you know, on leave for a couple weeks. It's go hard, go strong, So yeah, I will engage.
All right. So let's just get some things situated here. We've got Kara and Liam. You both are going for that noodle cart?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Some different food that's not coming out of Mr. Coffee or anything around it.
What do you
Yeah.
got against Mr. Coffee?
Right. The little noodle cart slows down, and it's like an older gentleman. What can I get for you? What kind you like?
What's the house special?
Oh, chef special. Okay, you sit.
Sure, I'll have a seat on the stool or whatever.
Yeah, but I guess the cart, if there's a seat, yeah.
He goes to work just hibachi style. He's chopping up just all kinds of stuff. And after a few moments, he passes over these very large ramen bowls, like double the size of a normal ramen bowl. And you can see there's like some shrimps.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Whatever passes for shrimp this far away from Earth.
yeah, there's definitely some like mystery meat going on. But it smells really good.
Yeah, I think Liam digs in. I think, I mean, wouldn't expect like shrimp this far out. So yeah, just
Which you figure out very quickly that this is not shrimp.
Does it at least taste good?
It doesn't taste bad. It is not
Okay.
something that you would like write home to mom about, but it's definitely, it's not making you queasy or anything like that. It is some form of seafood. Just this far out, it's probably not shrimp.
Yeah. No, I think Liam's very happy with it. I think Liam's an easy stomach to please, so he just is crushing that extra large bowl of mystery ramen noodle surprise.
That at $5 each.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Okay.
pay.
Hey,
I will
hey,
fork
you.
out the $5.
And he like kind of leans over to Liam. He's like, "Hey, you. You want something for your girlfriend? I got flour."
Oh no, not the that brings me back to Korea. Yeah, no, I'll buy a flower.
Flour?
Yes, I think she's still alive. But yeah,
No way.
That's last time I heard she was still alive.
No,
Flower lady.
So that I'm sorry, like that was kind of an inside joke between us. But when we were in Korea, that was a common thing that they would do. They would come into the bars, and this old lady had
You're not gonna
a
make it.
bouquet of flowers, and she would walk up to you and go, "Flower."
Where's Mama? Go get Mama.
Yeah. She was a really nice lady.
She was.
Yeah.
That
But
it's like
she
my
was
little head
very
nod
old.
homage to her.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like just kind of making a joke, like, "You give your girlfriend."
Oh yeah, if you were walking with anyone of the opposite sex, it was automatically assumed. But yeah, no. So I'll buy Cora a flower. How much for the flower?
Oh, $1.
$1. All right, $1 for the flower, and I'll just hand it over to Cora as I'm like face full of noodles.
What kind of flower is it, or like how big is it? Is this like a legitimate earth flower, or is it like some
It's
random?
probably just some kind of weed that grows here on this planet. And as soon as Liam hands it over to you, the restaurant owner says, "Oh, he big romance, huh? Oh."
Kara is just beet red at this point. It's like, thanks, Liam. And she'll kind of tuck it behind her ear, and then like just face down in the noodles, just quietly eating.
Liam's not even clocking it. It's just as he's just stuffing his face. I didn't
Perfect.
think anything about it.
That is the exact outcome I was hoping for. Now, while the two of you are stuffing your faces with exotic meats, where Lance Corporal Deacon, he's got his eyes on a different set of prizes. And you approach this gentleman, and he says, "What can I get for you? I have many items for sale."
I'm looking for something that'll show me a good time without getting into too much trouble.
Well, lucky for you, here on this planet, things are pretty open.
Okay.
Looking up a price chart.
Oh, thank you very much, Running Khaleesi. We appreciate the gifting subs.
I mean, he's basically looking for something to get lost in. We've just experienced kind of hell, and I don't want to remember it when I get up in the morning.
Oh, yes. Here. He kind of like looks around a little bit, and he kind of puts this little envelope. It's like, very small manila envelope. He goes, $100 for this, my friend.
I'll pay you 85.
Oh.
I see we have a haggler. I do not have the character sheet in front of me at this moment, so
Aha,
give me
free.
1 second. Aha, free! Let's do empathy manipulation.
All right, rolling 2 dice.
Chat, if there's anybody there, please give me a 1d6 roll by typing !D6 in the chat.
I have 1 pass.
1 pass, okay. So we're just going to give chat just a minute to catch up here because there's a slight delay. So he's kind of thinking, he's scratching his beard.
His Fu Manchu.
Very, very close, Running Khaleesi. It's !D6. You're going to want to put the letter D in there. He says, you off-worlders always trying to run a bargain.
Not too.
90. I've got 7 kids to feed.
7. Oh.
All right, but only because it's 7 instead of 6.
Wonderful. So he relinquishes control of this envelope, and as you peek down inside, you see there are 5 small, like super tiny little squares. And each square has a pyramid painted on it.
Okay, I will take 2.
Like without even thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Then
Nice.
take looking for that bar.
I don't think you're gonna make it to the bar.
Y'all are about to lose Lance Corporal. Thailand has him now. All right, so you take 2 of these things, you pop them in your mouth, and they kind of stick to your tongue a little bit. Like they don't seem to want to swallow. But other than that, you don't really notice anything super fast, like nothing right off the bat. And as you continue down the street some more, you pass numerous other vendors and people that are selling foods and things like that. And when you come to what appears to be a bar, the only indicator that it appears to be a bar is that there is a martini glass that is just kind of like, it's a neon sign that like it's straight up and then it's knocked over. And it makes that bzzzt, bzzzt every time it changes.
Hole in the wall looking place then, right?
Oh yeah.
My kind of joint.
And as you walk in, immediately from your left and right, 2 women grab onto your arms. Oh, look at you. You're so handsome. Oh, you buy me drink? You buy me juice?
I'll buy them both juice so they sit with me, but I'm going to be keeping a close eye on my pocketbook.
They lead you over to a booth, and as you're proceeding across said bar, you notice that there's a few games going on. There are like these little slot machines at every table. And then over in the corner, there's actually a full-on card game happening.
I'll head for the card game then.
All right. So you head over to the card game, and there's 4 people sitting there, and they all kind of look up at you. And what do you say? You want to test your luck? You want to jump in? $200 buy-in.
Slap it on the table with emphasis and let's play.
All right, you slap the money on the table, you sit down, and as you do, the table like seems to grow longer in between you and them.
Interactive game, I like it.
And he starts dealing out the cards, and as he is doing so, you pick up your cards, which to you, you know, they're normal, like to anybody looking at you, they're normal size cards, but to you, they're like those huge novelty like playing cards. And as you're getting ready to play, you notice like one of the other players has completely lost all facial features. Another guy, his hair is just like so long. He looks like Cousin It, but with his face out.
Okay.
And
Some
yeah,
good drugs.
at this point, you realize that you are probably under the effects of acid.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
Not tripping out at a table.
So,
What's wrong with me? They're the ones that are all wrong.
what gave it away?
What gave it away?
It's called a poker face.
I don't know. I don't think Liam would have tracked what bar he walked into. So, I'm not sure if I
Yeah.
would even see. So, he's on his own.
Well, he's Thailand's got him now. So we're gonna have Lance Corporal Deacon. You're gonna roll 6d6, and then I just need to know like what each individual die comes up as.
Do you need to know in order? Like, do I need to roll them one at a time?
They don't need to be in order.
Okay.
And while you're rolling that and getting that all set up, Tara and Liam, you both finish your noodles. You're quite full now. Like everything seems on the up and up. You're not sick to your stomach, so
Okay.
What should we do next?
Where'd Deacon go? Time to play, what was it, The Hangover?
We still have a lot like our little transponder thingies, don't we? So could I track Deacon?
you absolutely can. And when you're looking at the transponder thing, you see he's had a very large spike in heart rate. But
Shit.
his breathing seems to be completely normal.
I think Deacon might actually be in trouble. His heart rate's going bonkers. I think we need to find him.
Agreed. Immediately, now we're worried, I think. So, I'm following Kara as she's tracking down Deacon.
Yeah, I just like snake my way through the crowd to where I can find Deacon. Like, excuse me, coming through.
Emergency. Okay. So you both are heading to Deacon's location. Deacon, what did you roll?
I rolled a 2, 2 threes, a 4, a 5, and a 6.
It's pretty good.
All right. So that is pretty good. The dealer says, "Would you like to trade out any cards?"
I'll trade out my 2.
Okay.
Thank you, Magic Otter.
You reach to put your card out, and like your arm stretches all the way out to the other end of the table to put the card down.
I
And
love these descriptions.
he slides you another card. Go ahead and roll another d6.
It's another 4.
It's another 4. So essentially, what you've got right now is 2 pair. So everybody gets all their cards swapped out, and they start placing like additional bids and whatnot. One guy, so there's 4 people. There's 5 people total. One of them bows out. The Deacon. One of them bows out. This one is actually the dealer. One of them raises the bid $100, and the other one matches. So your option is either fold or put in another 100.
I'll call.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we get. That's right. You know it. Go all in. It's not gambling if we don't go all in.
At this point, I'm not even sure Deacon knows he's gambling.
Who am I?
Why am I here?
Yeah, that's the real question. Why am I?
Oh no.
Go fish. I need to do that myself that way. Ooh, okay. Surprise. In a wild turn of events, Deacon wins the pot.
Yay!
Does he know he won?
Natural. I am a natural at this game of chance.
I'm a natural. And it's at this point that Kara and Liam come down the stairs into this darkened bar to see Deacon with a juicy girl on each side. He's just raking in this pile of money. And there are 4 other people at the table who look a little disgruntled by this. Now, since both of you have your faculties about you, you do realize that these other 4 people are armed.
Oh.
Ooh.
I mean, how scary did they look? Do they look like ne'er-do-wells, or?
Mm. And
Because they would
how
have to be
disgruntled.
pretty overtly like bad for Liam to notice, because he is very green when it comes to all things.
That's fair. I mean, they don't look like bad. They just look like common working people that were just trying to make a quick buck, and now they're probably out their rent money.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure how well Liam would have placed that. I think Liam's thinking his heart rate was up because he's playing a game. And he goes like, oh, he's having a good time. And it's just excited to see Deacon having a good time. I don't think he's
Yes.
placed it at all.
I think Kara Right, robbery is definitely a quick buck. I kind of slip between Deacon and the girl on his left. I kind of shoulder my way in a little bit and just put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Hey, are you okay? I noticed your heart rate was a little bit elevated just before. You okay?"
Hi, fuzzy kitty.
Oh no.
He looks at you and like there's virtually no color to his eyes. It's just pupil.
Right.
Just all pupil.
Did you meet my friends?
I think this is the first time I've seen Deacon smile. Now I know something's weird.
Something's wrong.
It looks like you just made yourself a lot of money and maybe not so good friends. We should probably bow out.
Give me a manipulation empathy check.
Sure. Okay.
Those are exactly.
Okay,
her
I got
stats, so-
nothing in manipulation, but I do have 5 in empathy. Let's see how we go.
I think you'll beat my 3.
Uh-oh.
Well, there's not a single 6 in there.
Oh no.
There's a 1. There's no 6s, but
Did you roll anything over
Yeah.
a 3?
there's 1 5 in there. Yes.
Okay, fuzzy kitty.
So the band is playing in here. Everything is good. The bartender is like slinging drinks. This is probably not like what you would consider on Earth a like highbrow establishment. But for this planet, it's probably kind of up there.
Okay. Oh yeah.
There's a number of other patrons in here. They're like from other ships and things like that. You can tell a few of them are dressed very similar kind of to how Ash is. They're probably pilots, captains, things like that.
I think Liam kind of leads into Car and goes like, "Is he drunk? Like, do we need to get like bread or something?"
He's under the influence of something. I don't think it's alcohol. I'm not really sure how to counteract it. What was that?
You guys want some drugs?
I think Liam's face just kind of like drops. He's like, "No."
No, thanks, Deacon.
Oh, we're the party killers. Oh no.
We're real good. Don't forget your nightmares. The guy said so.
Drugs? Drugs?
Drugs? Kara is just fully gone into mum mode. She's like the supervisor. She's like the supervisor when there's like a group of teenagers trying desperately to forget that there's a parent supervising them. I'm the mum.
That's fair.
I think Liam's gonna be like, "I'm gonna get him a cheeseburger," and just kind of wanders off to try to find food somewhere in here. Probably just trying to avoid.
Make sure it's organic cheese.
Otherwise,
I get
it's gonna
Deacon a
be
glass of
everyone's
water from the bar.
problem.
I asked the bartender for a big glass of water to give to Deacon.
So he
Let's start flushing that
gets
out.
a big old glass of water, and he's like, cheeseburger?
Oh, that's me. I ordered it. It's
Hey.
for Deacon.
Slides a reconstituted like cheeseburger down the bar.
Is this cheese organic?
It's real if that's what you're asking.
Okay, good. Yeah.
So Deacon gets the cheeseburger and he starts having a conversation with it. Like it's a hand puppet.
Ah.
Oh God.
No.
How much of the bar is watching this? Like,
You
Is-
know, I would like to say that this is an oddity and he's in here by himself, but you see there's a number of other tweakers in here. They're
okay.
scratching, they're like wiling out in the corner, like just
Okay. Yeah. No, I think he's like, Deacon, you're supposed to eat it. It's food, not friends.
Oh, you're not my friend.
Watch your
my
fingers. If anyone's ever been drugged and bit their own finger, it sucks.
I bet
That's-
that's not an
that's a
experience I
story
want.
wanna hear sometime.
Yeah.
Where do we go next, guys?
Well, I almost feel like we should find ourselves some more, better equipment and stuff, just in case we run into any more interesting creatures out there.
Oh, I think Liam had completely forgotten about the creatures and was just
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I know I'm the buzzkill. I'm really sorry.
So much blood.
no. It's a good plan. Oh no, Deacon.
Every
I think is it cash or chips? Do we have to like cash out?
It's the straight money.
Okay, so I think.
So how much did I take home?
Oh yeah.
So that would have been 8. So including your own money and all that, it would be $800.
Dang.
Damn.
That's like a whole day
Damn.
or a whole week's worth of work for us.
Yeah. Deacon's buying the next round for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely voice of reason.
One of
Feel
our
free
evil
to pocket
characters.
the cost of the water and cheeseburger, guys.
I think. How's Deacon walking? Straight line.
Enthusiastically.
Oh, okay, cool. He's mobile.
It's like
I
the
don't-
biggest steps ever. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Like John Cleese's funny walks.
I'm a Tyrannosaurus Rex. All right.
Yeah.
So the 3 of you are heading out of this bar then?
Yeah. No, I think we're heading towards, I guess, an gun shop or arms.
Guns,
Oh,
I
that-
like guns.
That's a great place to take Deacon right now. So after wandering the streets for a ways and getting turned around a couple of times, you do come across a storefront that has just a bunch of rifles in the window, like on display, like mannequins. But all of the windows and the door itself,
Oh no. Are you right?
they are protected by very heavy steel bars.
Okay. I think Liam doesn't really know what to expect with drugs. This is kind of his first run-in with someone under the influence, so I think he's just watching Deacon very closely.
I'm mainly just
Same.
acting weird, and I'm very easy to control right now. I'm not violent in any way, if that's what y'all are worried about.
You just chill.
Oh no, I think yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have expected Deacon to take drugs, but it makes total sense.
Perfect way to get rid of your trauma, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
Drugs.
Or
So the 3 of you are heading into the weapons store here.
Yeah,
we gotta break him out of jail.
despite all better judgment.
Yeah. You go in and you see this is a pretty standard size building. Probably the size of like what would be a normal apartment. It's you could probably fit, let's say, 40 people in here altogether. But there's just weaponry galore. Posted up on the far side of the room is another one of those security officers. And standing behind the counter, kind of not really doing an inventory, but like moving some items around, is a kind of portly blonde man who's got some glasses on. He looks up at you all, and he's got one eye that's all patched up. And he's, welcome to the gun show. What are you in the market for today?
It's a great name for a shop.
Arr, Captain, we're here to break your weapons out of jail.
I think Liam's trying to stand in between Deacon and the cop because he thinks the cop will arrest him for whatever reason, and it's just kind of like trying to be a better door than a window.
Deacon's like climbing Liam.
Liam's definitely not doing a good job of making it look subtle.
Oh my gosh, you're so tall.
I think I just kind of whisper to Liam. Normally I would say Deacon is the expert when it comes to weaponry, but should we do the talking? I don't know. Or do you think we can
I
still
have no
trust
idea
him?
what I'm looking at. And I say that too loud. And so I go like, Deacon, which gun do you think is the best? And kind of like stop him from climbing me and like point him more towards the counter.
Suddenly, in a wash of clarity, Deacon goes like completely sane.
Exactly. Like, I'm going to answer this question. I'm actually trying to find a weapons list right now.
No, you're good. You're good. Well, you're looking for that. The owner says, name is Ralphie Parker.
Ralphie.
I've never seen your faces around here before.
Yeah, well, no, we just came in today. We're just kind of looking around. We're browsing.
Well, is there anything in particular you're looking for? Home defense, stopping power, something flashy.
Big game hunting?
Big game.
Penetration of armor or penetration of, I guess, exoskeleton. You could say.
He like kind of like side eyes the cop like.
Just the most suspicious looking group of people to enter the
Now,
drugstore.
normally, I don't care what my customers come in here to buy. That's not my job. My job is to sell you weapons. However, those are very specific weapons.
We're not going to kill people. We just got the blood out of the cockpit.
Don't tell them that.
We're gonna get arrested, aren't we? This is
His hand just like very slowly kind of like touches the silent alarm under the counter. Like he hasn't pressed it. He's just got his hand there. Blood in the cockpit, you say?
It was self-defense.
Liam, calm down.
Let me explain. Just a little bit to give you some context here. We've had some run-ins with some alien species that, among other things, have a very hard exoskeleton that we would need to penetrate. The blood in the cockpit thing, we had some run-in with what's it called again? Like cryopsychosis. What's it called?
I mean, that'll work.
Yeah, space. What? Yeah, I can't remember what it was
Space
called.
madness.
Sorry.
Space.
No,
madness.
it's good.
Space madness.
So wait a minute. somebody on your ship had a hard exoskeleton that had
No.
space psychosis.
The
I
person had
wouldn't
space
say
psychosis.
somebody, something more like. But yes, the person. Sorry,
If the
Liam, you
thing made
explain.
it into the cockpit, it technically bled acid, so we couldn't really clean it up.
This is just looking worse and worse, isn't it? Like,
Liam's gonna continue to fuck this up.
These two need small arm weapons that pierce armor. Specifically, let me get back up to the list, damn it. They need to get M4A3 service pistols with extended clips.
Okay. I have a few of those.
And I would like an arm at you one grenade launcher.
All right. A grenade launcher. And will you be needing the grenades to go with the launcher?
Yes.
Well, for your friends here, those weapons will be 200 apiece.
Oh, he's gonna
and
sell to us.
For your grenade launcher, that'll be 600.
do
You'll
the
watch
extended clips cost more, or is that included in the thingy?
You know, I like the cut of your jibs, so we're gonna say 200.
Haggle, that's highway robbery. Can you throw in a holster and maybe a sight? Because we're buying a lot.
I mean, it has been a while since I've gotten business like this. The last people to come in here, they cared more about getting up close and personal.
Oh yeah, we're not doing that. I like step back from the counter.
I would much rather stay a fair distance from these things.
He
It's
starts
close
like
enough.
he starts like getting everything and putting it on the counter and everything, and as he does so, he says, "Would you mind describing these creatures? Like, can you give me some more information about them?"
That was such a bad idea, but Liam's gonna do it.
Kara pulls up her notes as well. Like she's on the like iPad whatever equivalent. She pulls up her notes. She took extensive notes on these things.
I think as Kara's explaining it, Liam is like trying to charades his way into being like, and it stood like this. Ah, ooh, chair
Think
broke.
of your worst nightmare.
While everyone is doing that, go ahead and give me a empathy manipulation roll, and we're gonna try and do some haggling while you all are describing what a chest burster.
Ooh, I got of my 4 dice, 2 of them were successes.
Nice.
I got 3 6s out of 5 dice as well. So
I completely failed.
That tracks.
I think you're that kid that's really excited for like the toy at the checkout counter. Just like,
yep. Ooh,
So
shiny.
He gets everything put up there, and he says, "All right, for the whole lot of this, with the holster, the scope, all that, I'll do 800, and we'll call it square. And on
Okay.
top of that, I'm going to give you something a little bit unconventional. The customers that I was talking about from before, they those critters that you were just describing to me, that's what they're after.
Oh.
But
How
they're
long
going to
ago
get
were they
themselves
here?
killed.
A couple days. Tall. 8-9 feet. Massive muscles. Dreadlocks.
People get 8 feet tall.
Oh, make no
I can
mistake,
take
these weren't people.
Oh.
Oh. Are we talking superhuman type of thing?
Oh, definitely alien. Some of the
Okay.
technology that they had on their armor was just... I'd never seen it before. Around here, we've just taken to calling them predators.
Wow. They sound...
They say
sound
where they were
scary.
going.
They didn't say much of anything, actually.
Well, what did they pay for stuff?
They let me live.
They didn't pay you?
Not in a traditional sense.
Well, that's just
He
rude.
kind of like looks over to the side, and you can see like a predator vest with the laser sight like mounted on the shoulder, like down in the corner on the floor.
How much for that?
That's not for sale. That's private stock.
Fair.
Now y'all be careful with these weapons. You'll shoot an eye out.
How are we how are we splitting this between the group of spending wise?
It's all on me.
Oh.
Now, if you do need armor, I do have some more standard regulation armor. I don't know if you've got anybody back on your ship or more members of your crew that might like some light armor or something to that effect, but
No, I think Liam's good with the M3 armor that he has. He's not currently wearing it because this was supposed to be vacation, but
Yeah, I have the same back on the ship. I didn't wear it either.
but I wonder
never
if
did.
light armor might be better for you.
Do we know if Ash has armor? Should we pick something up for Ash?
It'll cost us 1,200.
1,200. Oy vey. I forgot that we paid
Is
that
Ash
much.
going to pay us back? If Ash pays us back,
he better.
sure. I'd rather he be protected. I'll buy the just the M3 personnel armor again, I guess, for Ash.
I'll go in half with you. So,
Yeah, that's what he'll
Sure.
need.
okay.
All right, let's go halves on that.
Yeah, I think he gave us a good deal already, so the 1,200 is probably good. So, 6 and 6, Juniper?
Sounds perfect. How much did we end up splitting the other? Oh no, the Deacon was.
I bought it. I bought
Okay.
Mr. Moneybags.
Thank you so much, Deacon. I really appreciate it.
I'm happy to buy guns and armor for anybody. It's a scary place out there in the dark. Nobody can hear you scream.
It's a little bit less scary with you by our side.
Oh.
Terrible mistake.
Liam just hugs Deacon, like kind of picking him up off the ground a little bit.
Oh, buddy, I know. Oh, it's really high up here.
The handgun goes
Uh,
off.
You've always been one.
That wasn't the handgun.
Oh no! It's all
Oh.
He
always
shot me
the
down,
episodes that
bang,
Ash
bang.
isn't here.
Yeah, I think Liam's just gonna kind of suddenly just just drops.
Well,
Gravity works.
Yeah. Yeah.
now I do believe that there was one last part to the shopping trip that you all wanted to do, which was to get some more medical supplies.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we kind of ran through quite a few of our bits and pieces, didn't we? What's the situation with the just are there any medical supplies supplied with the ship? Or are we personally responsible for all of the restocks and so on?
And where are we dropping off the cargo that we're currently holding for the company? Specifically, the stuff we're trying to get our bonus from.
So both of those questions are very, very good questions. Basically, how these long distance missions work is that if you need anything beyond what Wayland has supplied, you purchase it with your own money, but then you get reimbursed for it.
Okay.
Of course.
Now,
so keeping receipts.
Yeah, it depends on how far away from Earth you get as to how quickly you get reimbursed. Now, the fact that they are having to pay you, they don't usually get in a rush.
Yeah.
Okay.
Typically.
But we're
Heaven help you if you owe them, because they want that yesterday.
Oh no.
Other question is, like, in terms of the cargo that we're dropping off, how soon could we get that fucking egg off our ship? Because I do not want that thing on the ship anymore.
Now that is just a matter of placing a quick video call. Wayland has a subsidiary office here. They purchase whatever the Wayland ships bring in and whatnot.
Which means we have to load the thing up and move it.
Correct.
Do we know where the subsidiary office? I can't talk today. Where the subsidiary office is in terms of, like, how difficult is it going to be to lug this thing?
not gonna be. Liam has Liam has access to different, like, transport options.
We stole that dune buggy kind of thing from that one planet. We didn't steal, we procured from an abandoned mining colony.
Yeah. But there's also like push carts, things like that he would have to, like, get around the ship to make repairs. So getting it to the office, not a difficult task.
Okay. If we're gonna move the egg, Liam's suiting up. Everything's on. The holster's on. Everything.
Same. Yep. The full works.
We're looking very professional going into this, I think. Mostly out of fear.
Giant medical supply bag over the shoulder as well.
But Deacon's gonna be rolling for days.
Indeed.
All right, so is the plan to head back to the ship and get the egg, or are you going to go get the medical supplies first? What's the plan?
Medical supplies
Medical
first,
supplies, yeah.
and then we'll suit up
agreed.
and then move the egg.
Okay. Now, the medical supplies. Are we trying to? Because remember, this is your money that you have to use to buy it. So, are you looking for, like, discount, or are you just going to a like reputable like med center.
My worry is that if it's not reputable, we're not going to get back pay.
Well, my other question too is if it's discount, is it the same stuff just on the black market, or is it like illegally manufactured shit that we don't know what's in it, kind of thing?
I think it would be hard to tell until
Chat is
I
just
can try
on
'em
it
out.
tonight.
yeah. I think we go with Big Pharma. I know we're not supposed to trust them overall, but as far as not having an expired product that's not going to work very well, or just
Yeah.
a deadly mix and getting refunded, I think the crew can chip in for med supplies.
Yeah. Well, the pharmaceuticals list here, they're not too expensive.
Yeah, what's the running tally?
Uh,
What's the damage we're going to do?
Yeah. So since you're going to a big pharmaceutical company, I'm gonna just say that off stream whenever you can just make a list of what you want to purchase, discuss it with the group in Discord, and then we can hash that out then, since you're doing it the legit way.
well, we do want to get we do want to get reimbursed. I
Yeah,
don't know
I
that we
feel
could
like
That's
present a receipt for a black market
My only
fucking
question
surgical kit.
would be on the pharmaceuticals list. There's no, sleeping pills. We're gonna need some sedatives of some kind. Before.
yeah. I'm
Good
surprised they don't
point.
have a sedative on there. But yeah, we could all make that up off stream to keep this moving, because otherwise we're going to fall into that shopping episode curse of everyone trying to do basic edition while
Right.
fumbling over how to get it for
Yep.
cheaper.
So we're just gonna kind of like fade to black that you all went and got your medical supplies, and at this point you are walking back up onto the ship. Deacon, your acid tabs are starting to wear off now. You
acid's
you
different
still
here.
smell the color purple, but everything else seems to be okay.
Smells crunchy. Okie doke.
And you all are getting suited up and all that. Now, what exactly does suited up mean?
It's the full montage. It's the M3 personal armor with the weapon. Yeah, very that of like everything.
Yep.
Liam is 6'6" without these boots on. He's approaching 7 foot with the helmet and the boots and everything else. It's a mess.
And
I think I said Kara was like 5'0", so that's going to look interesting.
Now, are you taking like a wheelbarrow, like a cart, the little dune buggy thing?
I think we take the Doom buggy thing.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I think it's a good idea. Strap it to the back.
Did you repair it? I think it was in pretty bad shape when we procured it.
I think I remember saying I procured it. I spend a lot of time off camera just repairing stuff. It would have been on the docket.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
had
it's
2 days
repaired.
journey to get here, so yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as repaired as you can do with the parts you had. So it is functional. It's not like brand new or anything, but it's functional. It gets you where you need to go. You're not going to get in any high speed chases with this thing, but
yeah.
So
I could foot race it.
right, yeah.
I don't think Liam would have thought to call the office ahead of time to let them know that we were coming in. So we're just throwing everything in the buggy, and
That sounds about right.
yeah, I don't.
Now, this crate is actually pretty heavy. So what I'm going to need is for whoever is going to try and carry this thing, we're going to do a little strength rolling.
I could do a strength roll. We'll see if I can do it. Just strength flat.
Turn into the character sheet real quick, and I will let you know. Let's do strength and stamina.
Okay. Roll a total of 8 dice for that.
Deacon, would you like to help? Give him an extra d6.
Yes, I will.
Hey, 9 dice.
I can try and help as well, but I'm probably more doing the supervising,
Lift with your
directing
back.
rather than actually helping.
Knees, Liam.
2 successes of all those dice.
All those dice and 2 successes. So you're able to concerted effort. Everyone gets this thing loaded onto the buggy.
Because
And
it's
you are
like
able to,
nesting
like-
dolled. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. You are able to
Yeah.
drive it off the ship and head over to the office. Now, you pull up to the Wayland Yutani subsidiary building, up to the loading dock. You see there's a few people just kind of like standing outside. They've got the reflective vests on. They're smoking cigarettes, like leaning against the wall. And they're like, well, we weren't expecting any deliveries today.
It's not a delivery that you open, but the company will be very. They'll want it.
The
You probably
hell
should have
does that
phoned ahead.
Yeah. Don't
We have-
open it. It's company property, very top secret.
Read the sign. It says open under no circumstances, but definitely top priority for the company.
I just see dead open. Please inside.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm not going to
Who
open
sh-
it. That's not my job, but somebody's got to open it to see what's in there.
Who do we talk to about this? Is we're hoping to
Can we
get a
speak to
bonus
your
payment
manager?
from this. Liam goes full Karen.
Because this whole planet's dead. We need
Whatever. He like flicks his cigarette and walks inside, and after a few minutes, a guy comes out. He's got his hard hat on, button-up shirt, tie. He's got his clipboard. Okay then. What do we have here?
An aggressive alien species.
He's scribbling as you're.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think he's like looking to car. He's trying to like sound very professional and like standing upright, but like under no circumstances is this to be opened. There's a full report, kind of like looks at Kara about the contents.
So
And-
let me just actually pull up my notes where I read because which session was that we X-rayed it?
First
Was that a session? Was that the first session?
session.
Why am I not finding it? I think Kara just explains that inside this crate, which is heavily sealed, there is another crate which is also heavily sealed. That in between the two crates, like in between the layers, there is a several-page documented report of the findings of what is inside this thing. It appears to be an egg of, like Liam said, an extremely aggressive species. And I'll just give a brief description of what it looked like on X-ray.
Okay then. He takes down a whole mess of notes and he says, well, since you seem to be the brains of this operation, he holds the clipboard over to Kara. He's like, all right, so you're going to sign there and there, initial here, 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 sign over here in triplicate. All right, flip that part over. I'm going to need your contact information there. And basically goes through all that crap. And once all the documents are signed,
Welcome for the egg.
I think Liam's kind of leaning in, and I think it's bugging Liam that this guy is not scared, and he feels like he should be scared. He's like, if you open this, the planet is dead. Everything here will die.
If you open this, a spider will eat your face. Do you
No, he's
understand?
right. The spider will literally eat your face, and if you try to cut it off, acid.
At the very least, it'll give it a real firm hug. He says, not opening the crate, not worried about it.
You should be.
He says, 1 moment, please. Walks inside. The two guys like take the crate, and as they're walking in, one of them kind of stumbles a little bit, and you see the crate like kind of jostle around. He's like, oh, oh, that would have been bad. That would have been like last week. And they both walk inside.
What happened last week?
The manager comes back out, and he's got a very small data pad, like the size of like an index card, we'll say. And he hands it over to Kara, and he says, "Here you go. $3,000 for services rendered."
In our experience, does that sound like enough for this? Like,
not at all.
Why do I
just
have
like
the
look
feeling
at.
you're holding out on us?
Liam's just happy to be rid of the egg.
Liam's already like in the driver's seat, like meep meep, let's go.
May I ask how you arrived at the calculation to get the amount of $3,000?
So you were on a Wayland Yutani ship. So we had 15,000 minus 3,000 for fuel, minus 1,000 for food. There was, and he's just like listing off all these little nitpicky things.
This guy's a dick. I
Unionize!
yeah, we fucking need to unionize.
Workers of the realm unite.
Kara doesn't often like she's usually a go with the flow type of person, but she hardens up with this guy, and she's going to line by line go through the docket of all of the deductibles that this guy has been through and explain exactly why none of them are valid. Like line by line, she has arguments, I think, for just about every nitpicky little bullshit thing in there. I do now have a rival. What's this guy's name?
Bureaucracy.
What's this guy's name?
He said it
Gonna
earlier.
take him down.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Jeff. Okay.
Jeff.
So
Jeff.
you go through breaking this down line by line. The two of you argue back and forth. And we're going to say that through persistence alone, you managed to talk him back up to $10,000.
That's more like it. Thank you, Jeff. I'm glad we could come to an agreement.
Oh, yeah. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Not Kara and Liam being the absolute Karen tag team.
Next stop, hairdresser. We need the Karen.
Yeah, the Karen. I think as Kara's going
Ash
through
would
the
come
list,
back and all three of you have a Karen haircut.
as Kara's
Like, what
going through
happened?
line by line, I think Liam's like trying to look intimidating behind her with full like.
I love it, just the shadow falling on the clipboard.
I love it. And with that, you offload this stupid egg into somebody else's problem.
Hell, this planet's screwed. Let's get the
Yeah,
fuck
the
out
way
of here.
we're gonna come back in this planet's gonna be doomed.
Yep.
One of the oldest planets, like in Wayland's repertoire, and you all just doomed it.
Yeah.
With their
Not our
blessing.
problem. Not our circus.
got
Not our
mine.
monkeys.
All right, so the three of you head back to the ship then, and get things situated. You have completed everything that you needed to do. So here's the question. Do you all want to get the hell out of this place and tell Ash to just go? Or do you want to hang out for another day or two? Because at this point, it's kind of up to you.
So where were we heading originally? Like, because this was just a stopping
Colony
point,
World.
right? This was like the port that we
Yes.
kind of
Yeah,
stopped.
we're still
So-
escorting colonists.
Yes, you are. The original mission was to take all of these colonists to a currently undesignated fresh world for them to set up.
Okay.
Certified.
And we've
correct.
already been delayed like twice now.
Mm.
So yeah,
It's not
So-
getting there. It's how you get there.
they're asleep, Deacon.
Well, what are the chances that if we do stay here, somebody will open that crate, and we'll be in an awful lot of trouble?
They didn't seem like they were taking it very seriously.
No, we didn't.
Um,
What are the chances? High.
Yep.
yeah, I think we stay for one more day and then get out of
I'm
here.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Yep, works for me.
I think cautiously stay one more day and just keep eyes and ears open and be prepared to make it back to the ship if it comes to that.
Agreed. And then that way we still stay on scheduled. Because I would imagine this would be a scheduled stop, whereas the
Yeah,
last
I mean,
two have not been.
so how this kind of works out is that they give you a bit of leeway. They know that space is highly unpredictable, so you've got about an extra 2 weeks of time to account for these little deviations that happen.
Okay.
Now, anything after that, they start to get worried about where their stuff is. So that's when they start looking.
I don't know. It would not occur to Liam, but just metagaming here with Juniper. Would you let the company know that we dropped off the specimen so potentially they can heighten security around the specimen? Or I don't know if
That's a
that would
good
make
question.
it worse, because Wayland Yutani being Wayland Yutani.
Well, Jeff works for Wayland Yutani, right? So we technically have warned the company, and there is an extensive set of notes inside the first crate. So I don't think it would occur to Kara to call anyone higher up the chain. I don't think that would occur to her. I think she's like, we've told them what's in it. It's your problem now. It's your decision what to do with it.
Yeah. We're hoping that the paperwork gets to them before anything happens.
Naively hoping, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that would be Kara and Liam's thing, is that they're just thinking things are going to work out.
Mm.
Okay. And now my final question for you is, do you go back and stay on the ship, or are you looking for accommodations off of the ship?
Deacon would want accommodations off the ship.
And I think Liam would stay on the ship. I think Liam still has some work to be done. It's just now lunch breaks are taken at the noodle stand instead of in the kitchen. So,
Gotcha.
I think probably the same for Kara for two reasons. Firstly, she has to put away all of the medical shit that we bought, and also I think she feels more comfortable staying on the ship in case we have to make a quick getaway for some reason.
Gotcha.
we split the party.
Well, awesome. Everything sounds fantastic. This is where we are going to put a pause on this episode for this evening. We went a little bit over our usual time, but I was having fun with this. This was I liked the mean side of Kara. That was fun to watch.
Karen.
Yeah.
I'll
Kara.
add an N to my name.
Yeah.
Oh no, just care on, just like the river in hell.
Yes. But thank you guys very, very much. This was an amazing episode. I had a lot of fun, and thank you to chat. This was a really good chat night. You all did an amazing job. We love having you in here. We do this every first Sunday. Well, we try to. So tune back in. We loved having you. It was a lot of fun. I can use some more roles for next time, so I'll be asking chat for a lot of those. Deep breath. All right. Thank you all very much. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.